said you shaped like Gru from Despicable Me.
I'm a burnt biscuit. I'm like, but nobody in the school likes you if you didn't have your boobs out all the time. And so I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'll have friends who don't want to be my friend, but act a fool when I don't want to be their friend anymore, even though they've never been a good friend to me.
So one of the first of us to be on a Snap episode. No, you.
Oh. I still want to slap you. Whoever that is, watch your back.
If you want better friends, be a better person.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Be So For Real podcast. It's your girl, Ange.
Hey, y'all. Ladies, how we feeling today? Dana, how you doing over there, girl?
How you doing?
I'm doing real good. I got an extra 30 minutes of sleep this morning. But I will prevail. Amen.
Amen.
Ari got her rest. Ari got her rest.
Amen. Ain't still waking up.
Okay, how y'all doing?
I'm doing real good. I got an extra 30 minutes of sleep this morning. But I will prevail. Amen. Ari got her rest. Ari got her rest.
Amen. Ain't still waking up. Ain't still waking up.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, we gotta start with the disclaimer. We miss you. Amen. Always do, always will. Amen.
You always just look just so grown. It's like, am I the oldest or you? You just look, and when I say that, I mean you don't look old. I'm saying you look mature.
Okay.
You look seasoned.
They call it season these days. Amen. Well, today, guys, we're talking about what's a girl code.
Ooh.
Honestly, I ain't had enough girlfriends to have a girl code. We was never really that close. Like, I was never gonna date your man. He was always ugly.
So is that one of the codes? Is like not to date like one of your friends' men, exes?
Well, I guess I do know a girl code. Yeah, I think that's real. I feel like, I don't know. Yes, half. I don't know. I'm kind of half with it because I'm like, if it was I'm all the way with it. Yeah, because I'm thinking about it because I wouldn't want nobody date my ex, even if he was 4 or 5 years later. Yeah, that's still wild. So
do we know how many people are in the world? And you want to go down my path, my history list? That don't make sense to me.
Yeah, it is wild. It is wild.
Like that's kind of weird.
Like if y'all get married, you gonna invite me to the wedding? Like I was in love with this man, and you talking about it just happened. No, it didn't. You was plotting, sis.
I don't think you gotta be close to.
So it's what is girl code?
I don't think you just gotta be close to somebody for it to be a girl code. I think you just have to be a girl. I think that's the only criteria.
Yeah, I think I feel like that plays a big part because I feel like girl code can just kind of like catch into play even when you just meet other girls. Like if you're out and you're at an outing or like if you're on a trip and it's a group of girls, it's kind of just like it's like you're not gonna be alone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not finna dang, that was going dark. That you're not gonna be on the news with me.
Oh, amen.
You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have me out here in a conspiracy theory and she ain't really. No, stay together. I don't care if you just met this man. I don't care if y'all vibing. This is not a movie. We're gonna stay together. Because a lot of times it's like she wanted to stay. We're going home, or she wants to ride with him. No, girl, you came with us. You leave with us. That's how it's going. I feel like that's a girl code. I feel like with strangers or with not strangers, because I've been on girl trips. I've been with other females, and it's just like and I don't care how lit you is, you stay away from somebody else's man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother.
That's the only girl code I know. Blood. No, that's the only girl code I know besides the bathroom thing. Like I don't know any other. I don't really like hang out with people. Like, what else is considered a girl code? Like,
I feel like another girl code is if you see another girl and she's looking good, girl code is don't be a hater. Girl code is literally do not be a hater because why? You know what I'm saying? She look good. Tell her she look good. You know what I'm saying? Like tell her, compliment her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also girl code is if you see a girl in need, help. And when I say see a girl in need, if you see a girl in the bathroom and she didn't got a surprise visit and you're someone like me who carries around extra, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, because my purse just, I don't change them out with seasons. I just keep them. You know what I'm saying? Just grows and grows until it becomes too big and I can't close it easy. So if you see a girl in need, I feel like girl code is help that girl out. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got a pad? Yeah, here. It's not like, oh my God, that's my last pad. Unless you own the, hey, you own your own, sister. How you feel, Dana? What are some girl codes that like you can think of? Like, what is girl code for you?
I don't think there's anything in specific. I think there is a situational girl code. I think in the moment when something arises, there's like an instinctual thing that all girls should lean towards. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if we're friends, I feel like there's different girl codes for different relationships. So there's the general girl code. I feel like there's a sister code. I feel like there's the friend code. But even though we're all girls, you know what I'm saying? Because I won't expect a stranger not to date my man, but I will expect it out of my friends and my sisters.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
Yeah.
understandable. Because if that was the case, your man would never have a new man.
Right. Which, I mean, depending on
Maybe
why we
that's
broke up, I might
yeah.
be
I mean,
okay with
not a new
that.
woman.
Depending on what
Mm.
happened, I might be okay with him never touching another woman again, you know?
Oh, okay. That's why I thought you were saying be okay with him like dating a
No, no,
friend. I'm
no.
like, yeah,
Depending on
nah.
what
I don't know
happened, I
where
might
down the
be okay with
line
him
of
never
maturity I gotta reach.
being single for the rest of his life. I might be okay with that, you
Yeah.
know.
I want you to sit there in that rocking
Right? Maybe
chair. She's the
you
one that
break
got
up.
away, and you should have treated me right,
You
sucker.
know. Maybe you still
Sucker.
love him. You like maybe you go get it together a
I,
little bit, you know. you know, you know, but
so
anyway.
like with girl, yo, Dana, I'm weak. So with sister code, situational code, what is a situation? Have you ever been in a situation where girl code was like, okay, this person must not even know what it is. Like she must not even, like what the heck,
I'm
bro?
sure I have. I'm sure I have. It's just not there right now. Like, but I know for a fact I have
Mm,
been. Like the specifics of the event is not there, but I'm sure because you'd be you just remember the reaction of like maybe not the situation you don't remember, but you remember like
mm-hmm.
the I'm never gonna be
The tally mark
yeah, you
against
know what
that
I mean. Like
friendship.
for also, I feel like in that I feel like my gut overrides girl code. You know what I mean? Because not every girl is a girl's girl, right? So if I get a feeling that you're not a girl's
Mm.
girl and we're in a situation, I'm probably not going to get involved because you own some foolishness and I don't know what it is yet, but you want something, you know? So I'm not engaging with this
Yeah,
because you
messy
see stuff.
people.
It's like, if you see an argument happening, this is okay. Amen. This has happened. If you see an argument,
Come on, there you go. Give it
girl's
to it.
girl and you're like, I don't know what's going on, but naturally you want to kind of intervene and be like, hey girl, you know, da, da, da. But maybe she's a kidnapper also because women be sex trafficking other women. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to like legit. So you don't want to engage in this conversation. This literally, okay, this happened to me literally yesterday. I was at TJ Maxx because I had to get an outfit for my baptism. The girls
Amen. It's
Amen.
coming up.
So I had to go get a
Hey,
white
give
Get
outfit.
the
your life to the
video.
Lord. Give your life to the Lord.
Amen. So I had to go get a white outfit, and this lady in the parking lot, this like old lady, she's not old, but she was old. Like her hair was gray, so she had to be like 60, 70. So she like, ma'am, in the parking lot. I'm like, who is she talking to? She's talking to me. And she's like, can you help me find First Street? I'm like, First Street? I'm in like, that's in a whole nother city. I'm like, it's not far. It's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm like, that's in a whole nother city. I'm like, woman of God, you're not even in the right area. So I'm like it's not like around the corner. Like I'm like, you're not even in the right city. You know, you got to get on the freeway to get where you're going. She's like, which way? Da, da, da. And she's like, I don't know how to get there. And all in my head, I'm looking around because I said, this looked like a Criminal Minds episode, like somebody about to pull up in the van and grab me. You know what I mean? In a situation like that, my
uh,
gut has to override. So I ended up helping her because I'm like, I looked around, I'm like, all right, I don't feel like nobody trying to get me. But I in my mind, I was like, you need to be careful because who is this lady? Why is she calling you? You know what I'm saying? Like my gut will override girl code because
Mm.
you want to help her, but you know, because she really didn't know where she was going. I just pressed the
Yeah.
button, but you know,
Mm.
but still, my gut will override girl code.
Oh no,
That's
that's
good.
good. Cause I don't think a lot of people talk about that. The fact that not every time I have to abide to these like girl code rules because circumstances be different, things be happening,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I don't. I only know the ones we talked, the few that we talked about with the girl code, but I feel like there's a whole other own unspoken about list of girl codes that people be wanting you to abide by, like it's the law. And I don't know this, so why you know say why are you holding me to this? And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like is there like certain things that should be girl code that isn't, that y'all like think about or has happened to y'all that y'all like, you know.
Um, I think like you said, it's like these unspoken ones that just like as the situation arises, it'd be like a okay, I thought we was all in a mutual agreement that this is that. It's like, and a lot of stuff comes down to just being a good person. Like you just don't do that, you know. So one of my
Common
situations, I
sense.
would say for me with as I asked Dana, is I had a situation where it's so crazy. It's not even super crazy, but it's this girl, and me and her were friends in high school, and we went to this game. And when we went to this game or whatever, as my friend, and this is not like no new friend, this is like a friend that we've been friends for like, through the school year. Like this is my girl, you done came to my house, I done went to your house, etc., etc. In this friendship or whatever, you know how like you might be at a friend's house and they might give you a jacket, they might let you wear a sandal, you might put, you know what I'm saying, put something on because you're like, oh my gosh, I ain't got nothing. Girl, I got 80 million winter break jackets. I mean, winter, what's some windbreakers? There we go. Like I got a million over here. Okay. And we got to this game. We're sitting at the fence, and it's at the fence before you go into the bleachers, and we're talking. And for some reason, it's like all loyalty, love, and respect for any type of girl goes out the window whenever a man comes up. So this guy comes up, and he had
Sad.
graduated like a year before. He comes up to us, he's talking to us, da da da, and he compliments me. And when he gives me a compliment, he's like, "Oh, you look nice." Like, I'm like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "Yeah, that's mine."
You heifer.
Like, that's my, like, yeah, that's mine. Like, don't she look good? Don't she look good? I said, I said,
It sure is.
and so the thing about me is that you not, I don't care. I'll cry later. You ain't ever gonna put me in a spot where I'm in the movies and I'm like, I literally despise that in movies. It irks me out. So in that situation, I'm just like, yeah, I said, and I look good in it, don't I? Right? And I said, I'm marking you, Alyssa. That's not real name, but I'm marking you, girl. I'm marking you. And
Mm.
after that, I started like just moving different with her. But I started paying attention that every time we would get around dudes, she just went into this pick me mentality, this pick me mindset, this pick me, pick me. It was just like if you're complimenting her. And I always end up having this problem, sadly, with like, lighter girls. Like, I don't know why
Mm.
they be like trying to beef or just have this animosity with dark skinned girls
Jealousy.
or but it's like we keep having this issue, but it's like we'll meet guys and naturally people will gravitate to them, but the personality for these specific friends I've had be trash. They be so
Mm.
trash. They be so trash because you think you like you they the way that they carry stuff. I think I'm all that. She had a big booty and stuff. So we're in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Not everybody had a booty back in high school. I was just one of them seasoned babies. But she was a tall girl with a big booty, and she was very like she was very confident in her sexuality. And so with that, it's just like whenever we would get around other high school dudes, whenever there was a kickback, a pool, a swimming, it would just be anything to mention what I can't do or what I'm not good at. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like oh, y'all want to go swimming? Well, I don't, Erie. It wasn't no Erie, can you swim? It was like well, I know you can't swim, girl. And it'd be like, and I can't, and why I can't come to the pool still? Like, you want to go to the pool with all these men? Girl, sit down and come pick me up at 7 o'clock. Cause I can't like, but she did have a car, and that was the only way we was getting around. So I needed to suck it up.
Mm.
But I did keep note. But once I got my own vehicle, I got me a whole new group of friends.
Stuff like that irks me so bad. And that's why I literally have no friends, or my friends are like introverts, because I hate messy people. Cause I'm going to punch you in your face. I
No,
don't do. The one friend that I had was like
No, you're
Huh?
not. No, you're not.
What?
You didn't
Punch him in
punch
the
somebody in
face.
the face.
Okay, obviously it's a figure of
They don't know
expression
that,
or
but I
whatever
just
it's
gotta make it clear.
called.
People
I
don't know that.
Yeah,
whatever.
they need to know
Yeah,
that she will
she
not
don't
punch
know.
him in the face.
I'm
If I'm being, I don't think we're them group of sisters that's like a.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, but at the same time, if
Not.
you push me too far, I'm
If they
no
push you too
serious.
far, what?
I see it. I don't like to get mad because I will go off on people. Like I will. I get in like I will get in like a. I will black out. Like I don't like getting like angry. Like I haven't gotten angry in a very long time. We thank the Lord for deliverance. But like if you push me enough where it's like I like my head hurting and everything, and I'm like, and I can go off. I don't know. I just it's not. It doesn't happen because I don't let it get that far. But I've had
Maybe you
moments,
might verbally go off
and
on somebody,
I black out.
but never like physically.
You
I
said
said
what?
maybe you might verbally go off on somebody, but never physically. I can't see you physically.
Yeah, no,
Melissa would be the
Mm-mm.
first one
I'm
of us
not.
to
Like
be on
I
the
said, I'm not
snap
a fighter. I'm a lover.
episode.
You said
But she
what?
would be one of the first of us to be on the snap
Eric.
episode. No,
Oh,
you. Ain't no you,
I
Angelica.
thought you said who would be.
Like
You. You would. So I
what?
can see
Talking
it.
about
I can
me?
see
Why
it.
do you think I will be the first on the snap episode?
Dana and okay, I ain't gonna take us off rip, but I'm just gonna say this real quick. If there was a situation, Dana has a meticulous plan that is together, okay? So
Ain't
she
nobody going
like,
to
you know what I'm
jail.
saying? And as an alibi, I will not, I emphasize not be calling Angel.
Oh, please do not. She
Emphasize.
get
I want y'all to
the
know.
moment she get in an interrogation room, we're all
I'm
gone.
going to jail.
When it comes to jail, I'm not ratting nobody out. I don't know. I don't know is
You
the
have an
answer.
I
inflated
don't
view
Where
of
my lawyer?
yourself.
I
You
don't
have an
know.
inflated view of yourself because it is not true. None of that is true. If they said Angel,
and then the way that you say that I don't know, come on now. And the way that you would say I don't know would gladly, openly be the
we're
confession.
gone.
Be the way like a hey, did you steal my did you take my GoPro? GoPro? What what is that?
Okay, I'll admit I'm not the best witness in alibi.
They
Okay,
just gotta ask you questions. If you was not with your sister, where were you?
I don't
I might have
remember.
been at home.
Girl, I'm going again, going to jail. Girl
Hmm.
code broken.
I never
Hold it down.
I never
Do
liked
you?
either one of
Oh,
y'all
sorry.
friends. Like Ari, as you was telling us, I was like, I
Mm.
couldn't even pinpoint which one it was because all of them was like kind of similar. I'm like, so that's why my face was like, oh, like,
I have a
which one
problem.
was it? Because they all was the same. And I'm like, was it the touchy one? And then you was like, she was comfortable. And I was like, that one fit that one too. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
What didn't you like about my friends?
Um, it,
I'm joking.
that's kind of the same thing. Like I
What?
think I think it comes down to being raised, and I think some women are raised to not only be manipulative but to be users, which is why my gut will override
Mm-hmm.
girl code. Because if you're somebody who is a user or is manipulative, I don't like it, and so we just not gonna mesh together. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like it, and I can't even say that I'm
Yeah.
immune to having bad friends because a lot of my friends they were good people, they just weren't good friends. You know what I mean? And I feel like one doesn't
I'm trying to.
negate the other one. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I
There
was
were
saying
like
on the
2 or 3 friends of yours I know of.
yeah, but I mean, they was all right. They was good people. That's what I'm saying. They wasn't bad people. They was good people. They just might not have been good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these late conversations been showing me a lot about what the heck do I be accepting around here, from platonic to intimate to everything. Like, cause it be like, what the heck? Because I'm sitting here and you even saying that made me go down a list of the friends, and it was just like a yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like which
It's not
one
get,
was
and
it?
it would constantly be situations like it was like it was a literal constant situation, like, and it would just be like, bro, what is weird? Like, this girl is weird, and this same exact girl with that. that's it's so crazy because that's the day she ended up giving me her phone to do something, and I had just learned about how you can go to the search bar and type your name in, and I typed in Ari, and she was talking about me to like a guy, and it was just like and I'm like, what is wrong with this girl? And I just remember being there at the game in her windbreaker, like, I wish I could take this mug off, but it was cold. And it was
Why'd you keep hanging out with her?
because I just told you,
Ain't nobody else had a car. It's high school.
nobody else. It was, girl. That is not how high school works.
It's other people with cars.
Other people with cars that you gotta like. Other people with cars that take relationship and time. Other people with cars that you gotta do the pros and cons with. This girl act a fool around dudes, but when we by ourselves, we have a good time. As on top of that, we worked at the same job. So it was just like one of those cordial things. And for me, I'll have friends who don't want to be my friend, but act a fool when I don't want to be their friend anymore, even though they've never been a good friend to me. So I have to do stuff strategically to make them be okay to stop talking to me, because then they get in their feelings. Like anybody from whoever know me could say like, oh yeah, I kind of just stopped talking to her, kind of just like dwindled out, and I'm like, yep, it did. But like I've been waiting for this moment, and something that I've had as an instance for like all my life is that people can't tell me anything that I don't mind hearing out loud. Like that's one thing mom taught me, that was just like, don't say anything that you don't mind hearing back. So in any relationship or anything, no one can come out here and ever say something that I don't mind hearing back, because what you gonna do, you know? So I think it's just one of those things where it's just like these friends, it'd be so much, like, you know what I'm saying? And like Dana said, manipulation and usury, they will do certain things. It's like almost having people who will try to buy your loyalty, buy your relationship, because they know. And then she also didn't have a lot of other friends too, but I got to see why, you know? Like I got to see why, because it becomes an issue. And it's like you're dealing with girls that are insecure. I remember like again, the same girl, it was like an issue with just like how I like my shoes and stuff. And it was just like, oh yeah, Aries shoe game ain't all of that. And it was like I got, you know what I'm saying? But this girl only owned one pair of LeBrons, and she had Vans. Vans is $50. These LeBrons you done got is ugly. You know what I'm saying? But that was the summer that I had went into like gear mode. I ended up getting a job at McDonald's, and I started working, and I just started slowly building up my wardrobe, because it was just like her saying that, and then everybody else trying to add their two-piece. It was like anything to try to break me down, to try to make me feel insecure, or try to make me feel just like and it's just like, as a friend, there's a time and a place for everything. So if your girlfriend is out of line, there's a time and a place to call them out. But people don't like that stuff reciprocated to them when it's like, you're acting slow. And real quick, I had another story of in elementary, because we was going by middle school. Elementary, this girl who was my best friend at the time, we was in this auditorium, and whatever was going on, she started throwing them jokes out at me. And again, she was another fair-skinned girl. She started throwing these jokes out, and she hit me with that, you burnt biscuit. And she's supposed to be my girl. Like I'm with her all the time. Like I end up living with her for some time. So she hit me with the burnt biscuit. And I just remember being like, I'm not gonna tell you, oh, you ugly.
This is wicked. That's crazy. What?
Hey, I'm weak.
I'm
but
sorry.
I remember just hitting her back with the facts. Like, I'm gonna hit you back with the facts, and I'm just like, I'm a burnt biscuit. I'm like, but nobody in the school likes you if you didn't have your boobs out all the time. And so I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and so now she's mad, because again, we're in elementary. She's the only girl at this time who got these big boobs. Like, she, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was a whole thing, and she was feeling some type of way. But how can you call me a burnt biscuit, but I can't call you out on your character flaw? I can't call you out on like how not a good friend you are. I can't do that. It was like, Ari, I'm just playing. I'm like, me too. How about that? I guess we're comedians. You know what I'm saying? Call me DC Young Fly. Before his time. Because that was like back in the day.
Yo, honestly, hearing y'all stories be so horrifying, because it really be like, are you serious? Did you what? Like what? Like what? Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so sorry. That's horrible. Okay. This one time, this girl called me she said you shaped like Gru from Despicable Me. That was the only time I only made one joke, and they wouldn't leave me alone. I'm just sitting in the history class, like, I'm trying to go, and they just My pain is funny now.
No. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what are you laughing at? I want to know now.
I just started thinking of groove, and I was just. You do not look like that, man.
It's genetics. I can't help it. Okay. Harry, shut up.
Yo, what is wrong with these people? I should say what you said. Heifer, y'all are wicked.
Like I was saying, they would leave me alone, and they kept pushing me. And I made one joke, and she did kind of look like a clown. Her hair was bright. Her hair was bright red, but they were provoking me. And I made one joke. I said, "That's why you look like a clown." She said, "That's why you shape like." And oh god! And I went silent, and they said, "Oh, she hurt your feelings." I'm about to cry because oh my god, that was so embarrassing. And my little feelings hurt. I said, "I just was trying to stay here. Y'all wouldn't leave me alone." I said, "No." And I never.
But I'm trying to imagine you saying that's why you look like a clown.
But it wasn't. It was like the girl was a short, skinny girl, and it was just like I'm like I'm right here round belly, I don't got no booty. But could we talk about like when it comes to pointing out certain flaws, like what is like what's the boundaries with that with girls? Because for me, I mean, I we just spoke about it. I'm not as shapely as my sisters. Like everybody, not even just y'all, my brothers. Every single person in my family has a badonky. They're shapely. They got something, and I'm the only one who is. Even my little like, are you? The point is, I'm not as shapely as everybody else, and they know they still do it sometimes, but they know like that's kind of like a little bit of a sore subject for me. So when it comes to girl code, when it comes to like friendships and all that stuff, do y'all think there should be a automatic boundary of we just don't talk about the whole just calling each other fat unless you're saying like I'm concerned for your health because you literally can't breathe walking up the stairs.
I feel like even it's why are we pointing out each other's flaws? There's so many other things to talk about, like the government. What's up with taxes? Like why do you need to sit there and go?
What's up with taxes? Shut up.
I'm saying, what in the world do we need to be pointing out each other flaws for? Like, why does that even have to be a conversation? Like, and I get it. You at 600-pound life. Okay. So when you come around, just start handing me a salad. I might eat that salad with 18 pieces of fish. But I just think that it's like it can come down to delivery, tone, timing, and being sensitive. Because if you know something a sore spot, then it's just like a beat. Like it's just like
Be for real.
Like what is we talking about each other flaws for? Because my thing is, if you point out a flaw in me that I've been thinking ain't a flaw, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that right now.
I feel like the hair thing. When I said she was a clown, I didn't say you built like a little boy. I said I was talking about your hair. That's something you could change. That's something that's like
you been waiting on that comeback. You've been working on that one.
No, I haven't. It just came. I'm proud of myself actually, but like that's. I feel like this even leads into like, do y'all think when it comes to joking? Like, should your joking just be about like, oh, you're so ugly, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like I don't know. I feel like since I've gotten older, the jokes have changed. Because in high school, it used to be, oh, yo, that's why your toes crusty. I never liked that type of joking anyway. But like, do y'all think that type of joking is, even if it's not about something you can't change, like your body, but just joking about being,
I do
because black
not.
people do that.
I do not
They
engage
they
in
make
boy
mean
behavior.
jokes.
I do not engage in boy behavior. That is such a
Mm.
boy roasting. Like, I do not do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not
That's what it's
something.
called.
That is not like that's if a girl is doing that outside of like the context of there being males there, and that's the kind of thing. Because I think it's a different thing to come to a lunch table. The boys are roasting each other because that's how they play. Why am I in that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I think that goes back to the point of like, not every girl is a girl's girl. You know what I'm saying? Because why are you bringing boy behavior? I was about to say, why are you bringing boy behavior to the girls' table? Like, you need to be for real. You know what I'm saying? Because that you hang out with boys. That's
You just let
okay.
it
You
be.
hang out with boys, but do that with the boys. Don't bring that over here. You know what I'm saying? I think
I wish a girl would.
you know what I'm saying? Like that is just not. It's not cute. It's not becoming. You know what I'm saying? And
like we sit in the circle, roast each other. Ah, that's why your boobs are lopsided.
Yeah, I
first of
hate
all,
that.
what in the world?
I've always hated those.
Oh, you know, I don't know
That's
nobody
weird.
like that. I didn't hang out with people like that.
But they used to do that in high school.
The girls,
Yes,
they didn't like each other.
Yeah, and they
they
I
no
think that's the
I
point. Like they
yeah.
hang out with boys.
They literally.
Like they hang out with boys. Like that's the
Mm.
and they bring the behavior over to the girls, thinking that that's cute or because that's the way that is to get noticed by boys. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't do that.
Mm.
Picky,
That's why I
picky.
don't hang out with
Oh my
boys.
god.
Don't hang out with me, cause
No,
I'm
because
too sensitive.
that I think
Okay.
that's part of it also. I'm not hanging out with no boys who do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to no boys who do like
Mm.
I don't even carry myself in a way that you feel comfortable saying that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like and I'm not about to
Mm.
engage in it back. I'm gonna go
Put some respect.
like what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even
Yeah,
a
cause they get in their feelings too. They'll be mad. They'll
Mm.
be mad. Be like, boy, you had them pants on all week.
When's
You
the last
think
time
we
you
ain't
got your hair
noticed?
cut?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh Lord.
like, come on now. There's no, I just there's so many things to talk about. Did you do the history homework? You got the page right now.
I'm
Y'all sitting here trying to
screaming.
roast that lunch. Boy,
Mm.
eat this nacho on Wednesday. This the best
We gotta
day.
stay testing this week.
Oh, I have a
Like, and for all of y'all to not become comedians is
yeah.
crazy. I'm like, oh, y'all was making jokes in class. I'm like, but then you look at who was walking across some stage. You go,
Oh my god, let me tell you a quick story. Literally one time and I was in like elementary school and they tried to say that I was roasting this boy. I was not because again I did not engage in behavior like that. I was wearing skirts and skirts. I was a girly girl even then, you know what I'm saying? So this is when we
Mm.
went to that ghetto school in Ohio and them little mods and they had like
Mm.
mom like what in the world she's doing? Like, but they had us outside and so all the grades used to come into the yard because it was like a prison and we all used to be out there every day and they tried to say I was roasting this boy so you know everybody think they roasted and I'm like I literally was like I'm not engaging in this behavior. They pushed me into the circle. This boy picked me up and slammed me and I think I still got the scar on the side of my leg. My mom was heated because we had a sub that day and then the regular teacher gonna come back to school like oh my god! And this young lady, I would have never. So why would you think that I did it? You know what I'm saying? Like what in your mind went that she would be arguing and fighting with boys? Oh my god, make better decisions. You know what I'm saying? Make better decisions.
make it
But
make
the story
sense.
is that I won. That's not how I remember it, but I will take that version of events because I got body slammed. What do you mean
Amen.
I won? You know? That's ridiculous. Oh,
That's wicked
you
and wild
like
behavior.
your mom, you need a male in your life. And I could just tell that your mother is a single mother because why are you body slamming young women? You
Mm.
need a man in your life.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
crazy.
I'm gonna say it. Me, I'm gonna say it.
And if not, they body slamming at home.
Maybe.
That's the part they don't want to hear
Mm-hmm.
that. But I know good and well. I know good. I'm just it's certain things that I feel like God's so intentional about because if somebody ever in their life think we was gonna have a roasting battle right there, I just want everybody to know that I may not have them hit bars that's like a oh yeah your mama so big. No, I'm gonna hurt you where I'm gonna hurt you. You're gonna be thinking about it to this day. You're gonna be on your podcast like I remember this one girl from middle school. She had said that's where I'm gonna get you at because you got me all the way messed up. Cause what? Like, huh? Like, what? No, that's weird. That is irregular. And I feel like as females, there is no reason why we should be at a table, at an outing, at a girls group, at anything, and it's time to point out each other's flaws. What? I'm like, I've been with girls and it's just like, let's all this be the one that get me. Let's all take turns to just like point out things that we notice, like we have, like everybody's grown in. And I be sitting there like, this is a straight up trap. I'm like, it's such a trap, because I'm like, people will give you a backhanded compliment and be like, Ari, you've grown so much. You used to be around us and just be like fake smiling. You could tell you didn't want to be here. You look really present today. Like, you look really like you want to be here. Like, you look like you've grown so much. And just like, and then everybody has to chime in, yeah, because you would be like, and I'm like, this sounds like a perfect opportunity to pick out everybody, you know what I'm saying? Pick out their things. And so I always like started excluding myself and like moving out, because I'm like, this is not friendship to me. This is not how girls get closer. And relationships about talking about the thing. Keep that to your mama, your therapist, and God. Do not bring that in this group. We sitting up here, you know what I'm saying? We sitting here in the Legos. Why in the world is we talking about things we could have been better at, things we've changed and grown in, and just, I've noticed this about you, or let's all point out insecurities about us so we can hold each other accountable. No. No, I'm not about to give you ammo. What? Like, yeah, I'm real secure about my bank account. Feel like it could be higher. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, but every time we had these talks, I'd be seeing like, I probably need to just press a restart button and just be like, yeah, because this is crazy, but this is something I've noticed that people do, and they say like, this is normal, this is natural, this is helpful, or this is relationship and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's a time and a place for those things. And I feel like you don't need everybody in here to have a conversation about our growth, about where we're evolving at and stuff like that. It's just, use your wisdom, baby.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people are taught to be friends. I don't think a lot of women in general are taught to be friends. You know what I mean? Because what's friendship to me is different to you, or to you, Angel. Like, it's different to each and every one of us, but there's no consensus on how to be a good friend, and especially how to be a good girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I had a friend, and this was a good friend. Like, y'all knew this one too, but they used to say, like, I would be like, if like you get something right, you'd be like, oh my God, when I'm right, I'm right. And out of nowhere, this person would go, yeah, but when you're wrong, you're wrong. That was a red, glaring, bright fuchsia flag to me, because I'm like, why did you feel the need to say that? You know what I mean? Like, there was an insecurity in you that manifested towards me, and I don't like that behavior. And so since that was such a small thing, but in me, I was like, nah, like that was a check mark against you and a tally against you. So I think another thing is that because people aren't taught to be friends and how to cater to other people in a relationship, because all relationships are give and take, they only know how to take and not give. And so a lot of my friends had the tendency to have, maybe they're not narcissists, but they had narcissistic tendencies where they would find a way to make everything about them in some way, shape, or form. So like, we're having a conversation, and instead of engaging in that topic with me, they would somehow, the story became, oh, but this happened to me too, and then like that type of behavior. That's a huge red flag in friendship, and I think that is against girl code. But I think for there to be a universal girl code, then there has to be a universal teaching, and I don't think that has happened or is ever going to happen. You know what I mean? Because I feel like girl code also differs according to culture as well as ethnicity and all these other things. Because what is girl code in the Black community might not be a thing in the white community. Because whereas we go, well, I wouldn't want nobody to date my ex in the friend group, but maybe in the South they only got, the white girls in the South, they only got such a small friend group, and they've been together their whole life, and maybe it's a small town. It's only a 1,000, 1,500 people in the city, and they date the same people. You know what I mean? Like, those are the little rom-coms I love,
Yeah.
but these are real stories. You know what I'm saying? So I think that makes a difference in girl code. Culture is a huge thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a real good point to pick out.
I think the culture thing, well, this might be going off topic. Well, I'm just gonna say it. But I think the culture thing. I think the culture thing for me, I I kind of struggle with it a little bit because a lot of people like to call me unseasoned because I don't know as many things when it comes to like the black community,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still learning. But I think there's been, of course there's an unspoken like a black code, black people code. And I feel like the obvious one, I feel like there's obvious ones, but I feel like there's other underlying ones that's like, well, maybe it's not girl code, but it's like things are normalized that I'm like, oh, I didn't know this was normal. Like how we was talking about the roasting thing. That's a normal thing with black people, and like, and black girl groups too that I've seen. Like I ain't been part of them, but that I've
Mm-hmm.
seen. No, I was a part of one, and I said, yeah, that ain't for me. But I was a part. They was like they was roasting each other, and I wanted to ask, what do y'all think about calling um your girlfriends calling your friends B words? Like, what's
Um,
up, B? Well, I know we don't. I don't think nobody is.
when I used to cuss, I wouldn't call the person a B, but it would come up in a conference. Like it would come up. Like it would be like somebody say something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Did I even use that word? That really wasn't word. Honestly, B word wasn't really my thing. It was an N word for me. Like I would call them that. Like I would say like ninja. Like I would be like, bruh, be for real. You know what I'm saying? Like ninja, be for real. Like what? Like that was my thing. I never really did like the B word, but like if it was like I had girls who would not, it was like their vocabulary because sometimes that's what they use, and I think it just comes down to like how they, I don't know, some stuff just don't bother me. Some stuff just be like, oh, that's how she talk, like that's what she say. But like I never really been in a situation where that was people word. A lot of people's word that I was around was ninja. Like everybody was saying ninja, ninja, ninja. Like and when I was making songs, I had ninja in a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Because like once I like started cussing, like dang, I'm a big girl. Like I'm finna start. What's it called? I'm like, this ninja don't love me. Ninja, you a fool. So
I think
that was my thing.
I think it's leakage. I think it leaks something internally because that's how you view me. Does that make sense? Like I had a couple of friends who I wasn't cussing, and then for a minute there was a time where I was cussing. It was like really bad, and I didn't talk like that. Like that wasn't a thing that went in my head. And the person and I, we had a conversation about it. Actually, it's happened a couple times with different people, but one of the conversations was like, "Oh, I don't think about it like that," but I think like it's like a psychological thing. You view me in that way, and it leaks in that way because why would you want to call me that? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, like not girl. Not,
Like a
there's so many other words to use, but I feel like that word, it has such a derogatory history. It's the word that men will use, insecure men will use, boys will use when you reject them. You know what I'm saying? What good reason? My guy, you're not attractive,
Yeah.
or I'm in a relationship, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the word though. Oh, you was ugly anyway. You know, like that's the words that they will use, and I think we know that across culture that is a derogatory term. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the N word where you can take back the culture because that genuinely is used in love. Nobody is saying that to go, we about to chase you down, and you know what I'm saying? Like nobody is saying the N word in that way anymore outside of like, at least in the black community, nobody's meaning it in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's not a word that you can reclaim across cultures. You know what I'm saying? The black people can reclaim the N word, but you can't reclaim a word that is used universally in a derogatory sense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a thing. So I think it's a leakage of how you felt, and I think that's why we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
So,
think we want.
go ahead.
Sorry. I think one of these episode we got to talk about like what is like being black and being black sisters, and well, specifically for me, like the our experience, our experiences being different based off of our skin color, because as y'all know, our mama is light skinned, and I'm, as some like to say, light skinned, but yeah, I all y'all are darker complexion. So hearing your stories of somebody calling you a what was it, a burnt biscuit, I still want to slap you, whoever that is. Watch your back. But yeah, like being called a burnt biscuit and y'all having like those experiences. I've never really like only bad. Well, yeah, it was every only bad experience I had was people calling me an Oreo and like saying I was mixed, but I'm like I don't look mixed and I'm not. So I think that's what bothers me. So I think just one day we gotta have a conversation, do an episode about that because I think that's something I still kind of. I'm gonna be honest, I get triggered by it. Like talk about black people kind of trigger me. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah.
I would say for me, like backing up a little bit, just real quick, when it comes down to like friendships and girls and like groups of girls, I think it's very important to make like to pay attention to certain stuff on how groups like operate and the way that they operate, and really kind of like I think you should do auditions. I think it should be trial periods, not auditions. I think it should be trial periods with groups because I had did this trial period with this this girl group, and I was kicked out as well as signed out as well as just kind of like it just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work because nobody really wanted to agree that there was like a leader. And I think when people think of leader, they think of Mean Girls. Oh, but when I say leader, it's just somebody whose opinion weighs heavily in the group that everybody kind of fluctuates. We trust this person. We trust their instinct. And I just couldn't get with it. Like, it was just like, I don't, and end up being like, oh, you're so rebellious. And I'm like, I just got to be because this is not for me. But certain things that in the trial period, I noticed of the relationship is that splitting the bill splitting the bill amongst everybody is a literal thing. And we went out to eat this one time. My money was looking funny, but I knew what I could afford. I knew, like, you know what I'm saying, coming outside, I knew what I could afford. And I remember getting a meal. I'm like, I got me a water, you know what I'm saying? These mocktails everybody getting, baby, they talking about $12. I am not that thirsty for some lime and coconut. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't no liquor. No, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So we got the bill, and when the bill came up, I'm talking about these girls was getting lobster. They was getting everything. The bill came up. I'm like, all right, $20. So yeah, because I got shrimp and fries. Y'all know shrimp and fries in any restaurant, it's about $16, maximum $22. I said that in the water. Oh, I'm in there like swimwear. Them people split that bill amongst everybody. Do you hear me? And it went from 20 to like, I think if it was like, I think maybe $80. Like it went up so drastically. And I said, oh, but after that, I started to like, it? Yeah, I paid it, but they ended up giving my money back because I had a physical like change in my demeanor because I'm like, y'all gotta tell people this is one of y'all rules, but this is something that they've been doing for so long. It wasn't a second thought like, oh, there's another girl here that doesn't really know that this is how we do our bills, because we always tell everybody to just get what y'all want because we're gonna split it anyway. But that wasn't my mindset. I got what I could afford. And so it was like stuff like that. Another thing is like when embarrassing moments and things would happen, or seasons where they may have been going through stuff, they would use that and they would bring it back up in conversation. So just be like a, Angel, remember when you only used to wear them little socks? You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. And her ankles used to be out all the time. And it'd be like but I noticed, and I was just like, yeah, I don't really like that. Like, if I had a season and we went through it, leave it there. Like, I don't want to talk about it because, oh, we think I'm over it. We think I'm grown. Like, I don't like that. But these are things I had learned in the trial period that I was like, just taking note of, like, all right, they split the bill. Don't like that. They bring up stuff for other people. Don't like that. And they are very in denial that there's a leader of this group. I don't like that because, and again, leader can make people very triggered. Like, I'm not, group where it's leader, but I'm saying like this person holds weight, and this person is even the reason y'all all got together. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is, y'all all have a close relationship with this person. I met y'all even through these people. Like, we met in this same school, we met in this same class through this girl.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things that's like but I know, yeah, you gotta have a conversation. And so that takes me to say time for a mocha letter. We got a mocha letter. We got a mocha letter. Let's find out what's going on. Yeah. In my mocha letter girl code. I was friends with a girl named Jenny in middle school, and our friendship was kind of up and down. She would just say little stuff like "you skinny bee." Ooh, we talked about that word a lot, despite me asking her not to. Already bad friend. She also talked about me behind my back a lot. I stayed friends with her because I know I had low self-esteem and I didn't want to be completely friendless. It sounds pathetic, I know. After we graduated, I got my own apartment. I got my own job. We were about 18, 19. I met a guy named David online and she met a guy named David online and they decided to meet for an outing. They chose not to call a date. It wasn't going super well. So Jenny had David come with her to my apartment to watch movies. She liked him, but he just wanted to be friends and told her that. I played wingman regardless, trying to help her out. Days later, David starts texting me. Jenny admits she gave him my number because he asked for it and she thought we had a lot in common. I'm furious at first, but decided to just let it go. At first, I didn't like David, but as we talked, we end up having a spark. He asked me out, and I said no. I knew Jenny still liked him. He reminded me that they were just friends, and he kept asking, and I said I wanted to clear things with Jenny first. So I called her asking for blessings before I'll say yes. Jenny went nuts. She said I was a horrible friend, a B word, a sluggard, and couldn't believe I would stab her in the back like this. I tried to apologize and explain that I never meant for it to happen, but she wouldn't hear because she said I was not allowed to date David ever because she liked him. She and her sister started posting awful stuff about me online, including pictures of me talking about how ugly I was. Then they started calling me at all hours of the night, leaving me messages, and I tried to appeal to our other friends, but they agreed with her for breaking the girl code. Since my friends already hated me now, I went out with David anyway, and we're still over a decade later. I don't think you're wrong. I think the whole situation is a little bit weird. I think if you already weren't like really good friends with this girl, the moment that she gave the number, I think that was like almost like a setup. Like that was her way of being like, oh, well, like here I gave the number because she's trying to still kind of play cool, not trying to give it off because we're supposed to be just friends. But you know that she's playing it cool to him, but you know on the back end she still likes him. So she didn't want to not decline to give the number, but also you and Jenny aren't friends. And so I think it's just one of those things that's just like the moment that she gave the number, it should have just been like a no, I'm just not even going to entertain this at all. Like, because are you still going to be friends with Jenny? And then now that you and Jenny aren't friends and she's making all these posts and things about you, and your whole point of being friends with her is that you didn't want to be completely friendless, even though you should have you need better friends than Jenny. But I would just say when it comes down to that, I don't think you're wrong, but I don't know. I kind of think you're wrong. I think you're wrong because no matter how bad of a friend she was, you were still being her friend. Like, it sounded like y'all were hanging out with each other. She felt comfortable bringing her date around you. You're saying she would do all these things. She told you not to, but you allow her to do it because you didn't want it. So she thinks that these things are okay. And so I think it's wrong that you even entertained it. Because I wouldn't want any type of parts of Jenny connected to me if I already knew in my head, like, this is something that needs to be cut off at the brim. Because it's given like, oh, congratulations, they're married now. They would have never met if it wasn't for me. Honestly, she was like kind of all over him when we went to her house in the first place. And now you just have this problem that's just like, could have all been avoided because why would your friend give the number to somebody that she liked away? But again, she liked him and she's trying to play cool, so she gave the number. But she should have said, "Don't text him back, girl." And he's weird too. Like, it's just you was wrong, girl. You shouldn't have even entertained that conversation. Let David go. It's another person online named David. Find him. That's the Mocha Letter.
Man, that leads us into I'm just on this stuff. Tips from an angel.
Hey.
My tip today is know the difference between an associate and a friend. Okay, an associate is somebody that like a coworker. You come around, you hang out every once in a while, and y'all may share a little bit of gossip. You know what I'm saying? But you don't give them the details of your life and go sharing appetizer plates. You know what I'm saying? You're associates, so that's an associate. Your friend is somebody who you are consistent with, who even if it with busyness and with all things going on in life, you make time for each other. It's a relationship. So know the difference, and as you assess the difference, separate them like wheat and tear. What is that? Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, wheat and tear. So that's my tip today. It's from Tips from an Angel. That's better.
Hey.
I think that was good advice. I think the first step before you even get to separating associates from friends is realize who you are and the people that you attract. The deep calls unto the deep. And so the type of friend that you attract is the type of person, not necessarily that you are, but the type of person that you're looking for. That makes sense. If you are attracted to somebody who is whooping your behind in a physical, romantic relationship, there is a hole in you that needs to be fixed first. And that translates to any relationship. If I deal with my sister in a certain way, there's a hole in me that she is fulfilling in a positive or negative way. So you have to be careful about the type of person that you are, because there are always signs of you within the people that you hang out with. They used to say birds of a feather flock together. And that is so true. It's still true to this day. It will always be true, because the deep calls unto the deep. If you want better friends, be a better person.
That's
And if you
good.
pluck them feathers off and put it in some flour, you got some chicken.
One thing we always gonna be is hilarious. Another thing we always gonna be is beautiful. But always, always, always be so for real. Make sure you tune in Mondays for our lives
For real.
at 7 p.m. on the East Coast and 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Shout out to Cali. And then always tune in Fridays for our live streams where we do our scheduled episodes. I believe those come out at the same time. 7 p.m. No. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. on the East
3
Coast
p.m.
and 12
I just say
p.m. on the West Coast. We love you. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you
Love
share the
y'all.
video to somebody. You know who need this video. Send it to that person. Send it to that person. Send it to the group chat. Go put us in the chat. Go put us in the chat. Make sure y'all tune in on Monday. We see you. We love you. Be so, so, so for real.